RAFterdark. We're all a bunch of little RAFterdarks. Everyone, welcome. This is RAFterdark. Respawn Aim Fires to Dark. This is when we talk about anything but video games for the Respawn Aim Fire podcast Patreon audience, and for other audiences as secondary audiences. If you're listening and you're not a patron and you're listening late, this is also for you, but it wasn't intended for you. So just play along like you're listening in on something secret that you're not supposed to be part of, and pretend you don't hear it, and then bring it up in 20 years whenever you all admit that you heard it the whole time, and bring it up in some fight where we're mad at each other and you're like, you said this, and you weren't supposed to be listening to that. And then we get a divorce. I'm one of your hosts, Chad Michael, never been divorced, Ennis. We've got over here our currently married, Joel Campos. How are you, Joel?
I'm married.
And we have our other co-host, Adam. Have you ever been married, Comfort?
Why does it smell like vagina in here? I have been married and divorced. I've done it all, Chad.
Proud of you.
I have actually.
This just took a turn.
Yeah,
no,
right.
not a big deal. By the way, I would just say maybe don't get married when you're 20 years old. I think that's probably the good idea. Here's what I had done, Chad. By the time I was 22, I'd been married, divorced, bought a house, and had a child by the time I was 22 years old.
You did it. You could have died at 23. You did all of life.
I should have been dead. You know, that's what happened.
Should have been dead. I would have been better off.
No, it was great. It's nice that
but you would have never been able to see the Xbox Series X ever come out.
That's
which
true.
Is, the pinnacle of gaming. So
we never even talked about the fucking translucent green Xbox. What a shame.
Right. We never did. Well, it's because you didn't put it on the dock like you were supposed to. So,
but I will say though, the only good thing about doing all that early is that, you know, I will be not even 40 and my son will be an adult and out of my hair. So that'll be nice to not actually have to do that adult stuff as an old man.
Yeah. That'd be great, man. Way to do it. Way to go. We don't talk about video games on this podcast. We talk about anything else. And this is for your listening pleasure for 45 minutes to an hour. I have asked Joel to talk about something that I am fascinated with and interested in, but do not know much about. And that is his venture into being a vendor and selling shit at shows and stuff. And I'm just really curious. Tell us about your journey, Joel. What are you doing? Tell us about your shop, your branding.
What's that con life like? What's that vendor con life?
It's not really.
Is it like Con Air with Nicolas Cage?
Well, I don't know what kind of life it is, Joel. You're doing stuff out in the public. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Set the record straight.
So this has been. I think I was talking about it last week, but like my love for card games like has branched so much since we went to PAX East in 2024, and I played Star Wars Unlimited, and it was a ton of fun. And then since then, I branched out and started doing stuff I never would have done before, like going to a place that I've never been before and playing card games with complete strangers, and realizing like, hey, if you go to a place that has people that are interested in something you're interested in, chances are you're not going to have a bad time, right? Like you're going to meet people who are cool. Obviously, there's people who play like Magic the Gathering that I don't want to be around ever again in my life. But there's also people, the select few.
Is that all people who play Magic the Gathering, or people who also happen to play Magic the Gathering?
There's certain people in that kind of community, right? Whether it's Magic the Gathering, Gundam, or, you know, whatever, that like you immediately know, like, I would never get along with this person. I don't want to interact with them. They don't seem like a positive human being, like, you know, that kind of vibe. But yeah, I met some really cool people playing games. Like my buddy, I'm not going to dox him, I'm not going to say his name, but I met him playing Gundam, and this past weekend, we went and did a show together. Dude, I don't fucking know. Let's call him.
Let's call him Jerry. Jerry Atrick.
No, we'll call him Amuro because that's a Gundam character's name. We'll call him Amuro.
Oh yeah, I was gonna suggest that next.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, my love for TCGs grew. I've been buying a lot of like Gundam and Magic the Gathering stuff and playing, and I have a friend from college that
You've been playing Magic the Gathering without me?
Oh yeah.
What?
Are you being serious?
Yes. I thought you were just playing Star Wars Unlimited and
my friend.
You've been playing Magic?
Dude, I've been playing Magic the Gathering pretty frequently. Not every week like I play Gundam, but like at least once a month. I'd say I've been playing Magic. That's a game I'm not like as comfortable playing, but I fucking love playing Commander to a point
You build
so
decks?
like I tried building a deck, it fucking sucked. But we were playing all right. This is all going to come together. So my good friend I went to college with, we work at the same company now. We've been working together and I've known him since like 2010, right? So like 16 years now, good friends. We lived together in college, all that stuff. Majored, graduated, went to the same schools. Like, we went to College of DuPage, and then we went to SIU, and we worked at the same company after college. So pretty good friends. He's also...
Is this Amaran or is this someone different?
No, this is my buddy Eric.
Okay.
I'll say his name, Eric. I know he won't care. But anyway, we used to be degenerate gamblers in college and buy Pokemon cards nonstop. And that was our life and our bad habit through college. We ripping packs on the daily. And in the past, like 2-ish years, he started vending at just like local shows, right? Like there will be a show essentially, like I don't think there's ever been a show at a VFW, but it's essentially like, a small a gymnasium, right? It'll be a high school gymnasium we're throwing a card show at on, next Saturday, whatever it is. He's been doing that for a while, and he invited me to one, like 2.5 months ago, I want to say. Because I had some stuff I was selling him, and like I've been helping him like buy Pokemon cards. Like if there's a drop on the Pokemon Center website, I've been going on there, buying them, and just selling them to him for what I paid, right? And when I went to the show to like sell it to him and just look at cards and stuff, sorry, my throat's got to get cleared, but I just like hung out with him there for like 4 or 5 hours, just hanging out behind the table, watching the interactions and stuff. And like I realized I was like, oh, these are all just the same kind of fucking people I play, Star Wars Magic with, right? Like they're all just cool people who just like seeing cool things, like showing off cool things. They want to buy cool stuff. So then, yeah, and I have so many Pokemon cards and stuff that like I've just collected over the years, and I added it all into my collector app, and I have like over $18,000 worth of Pokemon cards, which is fucking insane. And that's not even including like all the cards that are worth like 1 penny to like 80 cents. You know what I mean? This is all just like the hits from packs over the years. And so I was like, yeah, I could take some of that and I'll just start vending, right? Because it's all stuff that just sits in shelves anyway. Like I have like my personal stuff and stuff that like I'm cool getting rid of. So yeah, I signed up for a show with him and did one, and I made like a few $100 and met a bunch of cool people. And so yeah, I just started vending from there. And I've now done... This past weekend was my 3rd show. And through playing Gundam, I met a friend, Amuro, who, I like told him, I was like, oh yeah, I just started vending. Like, it's pretty cool. And he's like, no way, dude. I've been wanting to vend. I just don't know how to start. Right. Essentially, I was like, let's do it. So this past weekend, me and him signed up for a show together, like outside of our other friend. So like the way it works is you pay for a table. And if you want to be, near people that you just have one of those people pay for all the tables, right? That way they're all next to each other when you show up. So this is the first time I like went out on my own and actually signed up for a show. Since I started vending, I made my own Instagram account called Camp Collects, where I've just been posting, like me ripping packs and like shows I'm going to, shows I'm at, like all the pickups and stuff. Like in this show we went to yesterday was absolutely fucking insane. I was buying and selling so much stuff. Like it was nonstop. And it was here in downtown Chicago.
Dumb question. While you're there, do you buy stuff from people and then turn around and sell it once you open it? Kind of deal?
Yes. So people will come with like singles that they want to sell, right? And this show yesterday was so crazy that like somebody came up to me, was like, yo, you want to buy this stuff? I was like, yeah, I'll buy it. And I bought it from him. And half of that stuff sold within an hour of what I bought from that guy. And so like I have since made it.
Pawn Star guys, they're like, I don't know if I can move this. Best I can do is 2 cents or whatever.
Well, I mean, like, and like the thing is, like, I talk through everything with everybody, right? Like the standard, if you're paying for something, cash is like 75 to 85% of what market is what you would pay for it. And if they want to trade for my stuff, that percentage is a little higher. You know what I mean? And so like I'm just blunt with everybody, right? Like if you bring me $100 card, I'll say, hey, I can offer you $80 for it, right? Like, and I'll just tell you, like, you could shop that around and maybe find a better offer and then come back to me if you don't, right? Like I'm not gonna like be a dick and try and force you into a deal that doesn't make sense for anybody. But Yeah, so I lost my train of thought. Yeah, it was super fun, super busy. I think part of what made this show so busy is that Pokemon Go Fest was this weekend. And so they were highly advertising that. It was at a super cool venue here in like Fulton Market in the West Loop. And they had a bunch of content creators there that were doing like meet and greets and stuff to the point to where, so the show started at 10 a.m. We showed up to load in at 8 a.m. I showed up at 8:30. There was already a line like wrapped around the building of people waiting to get in. And like it didn't even start till 10, which was crazy. And then Elise came back like at like 1:30, like she went to the suburbs to see some family and then came back. And the line was around the block, like almost 2 full times. And people that got in and like I was talking to, they're like, we had to wait in line for 2 hours to get in here. But like they didn't seem upset about it, which I thought was weird because I was like, if I was going to a card show, I'd be kind of pissed off. Like I gotta wait 2 hours to get in here and then I gotta spend money on cards. Like that's crazy. So yeah, I got into it, but yeah. So stemming back to like the trading card aspect of things, I've been playing Magic the Gathering with some friends like online. Like we've been using Spell Table, which is essentially you aim a camera down at your mat, you're playing Commander against each other. You can see everybody's mats. It's a fun time, and it actually has brought me to kind of like I don't know what like reunite with family that I haven't talked to in a long time. Like my cousin, I almost said her name. I'm not going to say it, but my cousin who like. I grew up with her, right? I'm from my dad's side of the family, and like she was at my wedding. My wedding is the last time I saw her, which was in 2022 at this point. And like I hit her up, I was like, "Yo, I see you play Magic. Let's play Magic." She's like, "Yeah, for sure." So then we met up, played Magic with her and her boyfriend, and while we were playing, guess what? A stranger walks in. He's like, "Hey, I just bought this deck. Do you guys care if I play?" We're like, "Absolutely, come play with us." So just like I don't know, man. Trading card games are super cool. I love like the community aspect of it. The thing I don't like is like the competitive aspect of it. Like I play a lot of Gundam, and yes, I have signed up for like the sweaty tournaments, right? Like I signed up for store championships and like and new type challenges, which are like the, you know, official competitive things. And like I see, you know, a lot of the cool people in that I play with on, you know, on the weekly, but then there's also the people that show up that I'm like, oh, if that guy shows up, I know it's not gonna be a good time. Like if I play against him, I'm just not gonna have a good time because he's gonna be a dick about things. Like there's this one guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but everybody hates him. Everybody hates him in the Gundam community, and it's very well known because like he'll sign up for a tournament, and if he loses once, because like if you lose one time, you're not winning, you know, the whole thing. It basically goes until the undefeated person. If he loses the first round, he drops out of the tournament immediately, and then just hangs out judging everybody's move the rest of the day. Like he'll stand next to the table watching you play, stand next to the table watching you play, and then as soon as the game ends, he'll be like, "Well, what you should have done is this. This is what you guys should have done." And it's like, dude, fucking, if you're gonna drop.
Does
out of
anyone
the
ever
tournament,
say
leave.
like you have a lot of you know critiques for a guy who lost in the first round? Like I don't need to hear a loser.
No, it happens all the time to the point where people have started making fake Discord names and joining the Chicago Gundam community Discord and just like talking shit about him. And like we know their new accounts because if you click on the Discord, it's like, oh, this member joined the Gundam community yesterday. Yeah, it's just like people like that. And like he claims that he does it because he wants to be a judge for the game, but it's like it doesn't help anybody. Like it puts everybody in a bad mood, stuff like that. But yeah, in terms of vending, like I'm super excited to keep vending. I'm doing a show every weekend through June, which is kind of nuts considering I just started.
How do you find shows to like? Is there like you go to a local bounty board and there's like take a ticket out for this or put your name on the list if you want to? How do you find shows to go to and how often are they?
Hold on, let me Google something because I found a site before, but I can't remember what it is. Hold on. So what I will say is before I started doing this, I had no idea how to find shows at all. Hold on. Because I asked my friend that too. I was like, how do you find out about these shows? Because like I want to go as like somebody who just wants to buy, you know what I mean? Like I just want to buy shit. Like, and I didn't even know how to find these. And like since I made my new Instagram account and like I started following other like vendors that I've met at shows and they started following me, I've just like been seeing Instagram stories, right? And like the show I did on Saturday was with a a company called Collectors Vault, who they just run card shows, right? Like that's what they do, like 2 times a month. And so now that I follow them, I can see when they post like, hey, we're going to do a show in this city, Madison, Wisconsin, sign up to be a vendor there, that kind of thing. But there is a website. I want to see how accurate this is.
There's got to be like a directory or something, right?
There is. It's called tcdb.com. Trading Card Database. And then I don't know where you go from there because I Googled and it brought it up. Browse? No. More? No.
Browse has baseball, basketball, boxing, cricket, just a bunch of sports.
Okay, so it's tcdb.com/cardshows.cfm. I'm going to post it in the chat here. But yeah, you can click by state and then it'll show you all the card shows by date, essentially. So let's see. Yep. And I can see right there, I'm clicking on it. TCG Jam Naperville. That's one I'm doing this Saturday. It's on the list. So, yeah, Chad, highly recommend if you want to just go check out cards at like a fucking high school gymnasium and pay, anywhere from $2 to $10 to get in. It's just cool. Like you see a lot of cool stuff that you'll never see anywhere else. Like before the show even started on Saturday, we set up our table. We were sitting there hanging out and some guy walks by. He's like, hey, you guys want to see something cool? I was like, yeah, sure.
You guys want to see a dead body?
he hands me like these 3 graded cards. I don't even remember exactly what they were, but like they were like in like this glass acrylic case, like super nice. I was like, dude, how much money are these? He's like, that's like $50,000 worth of cards. And it was just 3 cards. I was like, this is insane. You're just walking around with this? He's like, yeah. He's like, I decided to bring it just to show people because it's cool. I was like, man, that's a weird thing to do to flex off your money, I guess. But if you're going to use the bathroom at all, let me know. I'll come watch your stuff for you and not steal your shit. Yeah, like
I'm going to go to a show. There's a show down the street from me in San Jose, the Silicon Valley Card and Collectible. I'm going to go to this weekend.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, but to get a table there, it's already sold out. It's $235 to get a table. Jesus.
I mean, some of them are like
You'll
that.
make
Like
that money though.
No, not always. Like
you won't make $200.
Not always. So here's the thing: is like
rough.
My friend from college also did a show the same day as me, and he sent me a text because he saw all the posts I was making. He's like, "Dude, what show is that? That looks insane." And I told him, he's like, "Yeah, I'm at a show right now where I made 1 sale the whole day." I was like, "Dude, you're doing something wrong if that's the case. Like you're just not talking to people." Because like the whole time I'm there, I'm standing up. Everybody that walks by and like even looks at my table, I say what's up to. Like, hey, how's it going? Right? Like, and like, 8 out of 10 people aren't gonna buy anything. They just want to look around, right? They just want to see cool fucking cards, like, and that's fine. I don't know. I just think it's a super fun community. Yeah, it's been a ton of fun. But yeah, highly recommend checking out this site if you're looking for somewhere to buy cards, and just to see cool stuff, see cool cards. I wish I knew about this website before I started vending because, like, I would have been going to so many of these shows.
I appreciate Joel. I'll go ahead, Jed.
I went to the toy fair here in San Jose, I don't know, a couple months ago, and it was the same thing. It was like it's a I wouldn't call it a high school gymnasium, but it was a very similar type vibe of just this big open gym-like space, and it was just a bunch of there were like a couple of actors there who were like in some B movies and things like that. One of them was the guy who played Dr. Arzt on Lost, and he was like in one episode and he blew himself up with dynamite. And we walked by his table and he's doing signings, and so he was just like sitting there at his table and no one was there. And we walked by and we're like, that guy looks familiar. I don't know. And he's like, hey guys, how are you? And we were just like, hey, and like pretending not to know that he was there. Anyway, but yeah, it was super cool. It's just, you go to the show and there's just all sorts of old toys and cards and old VHSs, and it's just like super cool to just walk around and see. I bought Pokemon Stadium there for N64. It was a really good copy of it. I wish there were more of those things around, and apparently there are. I just don't fucking know about them.
That's the thing, is like, it's like I don't know where the hiccup is in marketing, right? Like,
yeah,
my algorithm should know.
People don't want you to know about it because they're gonna fucking sell shit if you go to it.
Exactly. Like, my algorithm should be fine-tuned enough to be like, yo, this fucking giant nerd likes video games and trading cards. Like, how is this not every other ad I'm seeing when I'm scrolling through Instagram stories? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. But now that I'm in it, like, it's coming up in ads all the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Now you said like there's people waiting hours. I love that you're finding this passion. I like how Joel just finds passions just like randomly as an adult man in his life. But your whole explanation of it, older than our age group, is the flea markets. Because people who were in their 50s and 60s, they do this for flea markets. They'll set up tables. They show up at fucking 5 a.m. because they know that's the best time to get it. So everything you were explaining, I'm like, this is what old people do for flea markets, but it's just for younger people for card stuff. So I mean, there is a dedicated community for all that shit. You just got to know how to find it, which I'm with you. It shouldn't be that difficult to find, but everyone who knows about it because those places are always packed. So, like I would just looked up on that website. We've got 2 in my city. Not even just there's a lot more in the state, but just in my city, we've got 2 in like the next 2 weeks. And one of them's at a hotel, and the other one is at the Shriners Temple. And it's like, of course it's at the Shriners Temple. So like, that's just how that goes.
I found out that the Shriners have something to do with onions. You know anything about this?
I just know that there's a temple. I've been there once because I was, like doing my job. I don't know anything about them. I talked to the lady at the front desk, and that was it. I don't know anything about the Shriners except for that they've got like an interesting looking building.
So I don't understand this at all. Have you ever been to like? I'm gonna sound like an absolute maniac if nobody understands what I'm talking about. So have you ever been to a parade and there's like little guys, not little guys, they're normal sized men,
little men
riding mini go-karts, wearing with the little hat.
Yeah, those Shriners. I knew that they were Shriners. I didn't know what that meant.
Okay. I didn't know what a Shriner was. I just thought that was like a gimmick you saw at fucking parades. I didn't know it was an association of some sort. I don't know what the fuck a Shriner is today. All I know is that they sell onions.
That's interesting.
They sell onions.
That's like the
Shriners Onions are a massive annual spring fundraiser where local chapters of the Shriners sell farm fresh sweet Vidalia onions. And I didn't know that. And fucking, I'm at like a family party with Elisa's family, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the Shriners onions are coming in," and I'm just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And they're like, "Oh, the Shriners, the guys who ride the little go-kart things." I was like, "Yeah, what do they have to do with onions?" They're like, "Oh yeah, they sell onions every year." I was like, "What the fuck?" I thought that the whole family was in on some like joke against me to make me feel like an idiot. But apparently, people know about the Shriners onions.
Yeah, I didn't know about the onions. I'm just looking up the Shriner, just like a basic, like the one that's local to me, and it seems like it's like a secret society thing. It's like it was started by Freemasons in Manhattan in 1870, and then they hung out with an Arab diplomat, and then changed it. I don't fucking understand, dude. It's a boys' club. It's a boys' club that sell onions and help kids sometimes. Apparently, I don't fucking know.
And drive mini go-karts
and drive the little cars around. Yeah. I know they sell guns at the Shriners Temple. There's gun shows. You can go buy some guns once in a while. Guns and cards is what you can do. Yeah, I don't understand any of that shit.
But yeah, highly recommend checking out just like local card shows if you're into trading cards at all. It's they're a ton of fun. People always selling stuff. Obviously, you're going to see people selling like boxes of Pokemon cards because they're impossible to find right now for like double the price. But that's just the nature of things.
Well, here's a question for you. Did your local shops, like for me, there's a bunch of them around here where they sell cards, but they sell D&D. It's like the game shops or whatever. Yeah. Is there not advertisements all over that place for fucking go to this event or whatever? Nothing?
You would think. Yeah, but no.
I think it'd be the number one spot to advertise at.
I honestly think the only way that they would post a sign is if they're associated with it in some way. You know what I mean? Like, why would they give free advertisement for people? Hey, go buy cards at this other place.
I assume that they'd have a table because it's like, I've got a bunch of inventory. Let me take it to this place and see if I can sell some shit.
Some do, but the ones that I go to in the city here, they do not. But I have seen some that are like in the burbs that I've been to before. They always post like, "Hey, we're going to be at this show, so the shop's going to be closed on this day" or something.
There was a commercial back in the day, and then they redid it, I think, last Super Bowl, about Dos Equis, the most interesting man in the world. And I think Joel is just a younger version of the most interesting man in the world. Because every time we talk to Joel, it is something new and like fucking out there. It's like, here's the 17 weddings I went to, and then here I was a vendor at a card shop at the biggest fucking card convention in Chicago. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm happy for you.
Fun fact: come next October, I'm gonna have the craziest wedding story ever.
In October.
Are you getting married again?
Next October, not this October. Next October.
October 27.
Yeah.
What's going on there? Someone famous? Someone crazy?
I'm going to a wedding in Italy in September.
Oh yeah, baby. I've seen this movie. That one with Kevin James, right? Where he goes to Italy and has a wedding or whatever.
Yeah.
Solo meal?
Yeah.
Everything about this wedding so far that my friend has told me, it sounds like it's either going to be the best wedding of everybody, or the best weekend of everybody's lives, being with friends and family, or we're all going to get murdered.
Both sounds fun. Both
Is
sounds
this
good.
y'all were gonna go to Italy this fall,
Oh, no,
but then
no,
you,
yeah,
you
it's
delayed
like-
it to next fall, I guess?
No, we're going to Italy this fall, and then we're going to Italy next fall.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, so you'll be an expert at Italy by the time you
Yeah,
get up there. the
yeah.
second time.
That's what my friend said too, and I was like, yeah, go fuck yourself. I'm not like going to do a scouting report for your
Fuck
wedding.
yourself. That's funny. Damn, Italy wedding. Chad, where are you getting married at?
I'm getting married at FoggyCon next weekend. in
Oh,
Daly City.
I thought you were gonna get
Dude.
married at a Shriner temple.
No, I've been on this website. I've been like, what is this? Where is this? And
There's
I
a lot of
was
good shit on
scrolling
that
through
website.
these shows. Like, there's Maximum Card Show in San Jose next week, and not this upcoming weekend, but the one after that. But then I was like, what is FoggyCon? Look it up, and it's in Daly City. That's where the Kind of Funny Studios is. And I was like, all right, let me figure out what the fuck FoggyCon is. Like, here it is, our first ever FoggyCon. It's like, what the hell are you? And then it's trading cards, comics, vintage toys, retro collectibles, Pokemon, sports memorabilia, video games, pop culture accessories. I was like, fuck yeah. I'm going to Daly City next weekend. This is going to be so fun.
Ooh wee.
And I'm going to get married
yeah.
there.
We gotta figure out what our game plan is when I'm out there, Chad. First of all, I gotta book a flight so that we have concrete dates and times, right?
Yep.
But
we definitely got to go up to Experience Share in Oakland because that's like the only excuse I'm going to have to go over there.
To go
Nobody
where?
fucking goes to Oakland. Experience
What is
Share,
it?
that's like the retro game shop that the Kind of Funny people always reference whenever they're like, where should I go get retro games? And like, go to Experience Share, but it's all the way in Oakland.
Well,
All
Joel,
the way, meaning like across the bridge.
yeah, over. I don't want to control your guys' thing, but Joel, I'm guessing you're gonna go visit Chad, right? Can we not just do it when the Kind of Funny Top 100 thing happens?
Well, we're
Oh,
going to
that's
the
also
Pokemon.
this is going to be during Pokemon Championships.
Yeah.
Championships, gotcha.
Wait,
Because I'm
so
trying to go
Chad-
there for the 100.
Is our ticket just for the XP thing, or do we also have tickets to the championship?
We have the weekend full XP plus championship ticket.
Oh fuck yeah, Because I
Randy
want that.
has
I want that
the
championship.
let's hope that a day goes on sale sometime soon that he can express interest in buying. So
What if those are
Yeah.
back-to-back weekends and just make it a long week? That'd be dope.
My wife would hate me.
Oh well, you're
they're
married
not
already.
going to be. They're definitely not going to be in August. They said on
Yeah,
the,
no,
the
that's
most recent
later.
Kind of Funny thing.
September, October, probably. I'm excited. Very cool. Yeah, Joel's the most interesting man. That's all I gotta say about that. That's super fun.
And now
by the
I'm
way,
gonna start selling onions. That's my next big thing.
are you gonna become a Shriner?
Yeah, I'm gonna wear a little hat. No, we're gonna call it Shrooners. We're gonna wear really big hats and drive comically large cars.
Oh, I like
And
the
you're going to sell
opposite.
mushrooms.
No, still onions.
Oh, still onions though.
Different kinds of
Okay.
onions.
You're
Green
stepping
onions.
stepping
Pearl
on the
onions,
market.
green onions.
Ooh, I do like a
room
green
for it.
onion. A scallion. Ooh, yummy. I have some bullshit.
Yeah, talk
Joel's
about your
is much-
bullshit.
Joel's was much cooler than that. Again, I had talked about this before we started doing the RAF recording. I just recently, I went on a nostalgia trip and started watching the Jackass movies. Because as a
Oh,
kid,
yeah,
I would
good,
watch the
good.
show once in a while on MTV, but I never actually watched all of the movies. Because the last one is coming out, number 5. We're not doing it anymore. Is going to be here soon. So I was like, let me go back and watch these because they're all on Paramount Plus, fun for the whole family. So I started watching like one every other day, and it's funny because I saw a quote from Johnny Knoxville. I guess Johnny Knoxville was at a gay pride parade or whatever.
Yeah.
And someone mentioned a quote he said. They were like, man, you know that Jackass is like really like overtly homoerotic. And he was like, overtly? He's like, it is not overtly homoerotic at all. It is very homoerotic. But it was just funny because I was watching the 2, which came out in 2006. And he had a rainbow pin on his fucking thing. So like, I guess Johnny Knoxville's just been cool with it forever. But
Yeah, I've seen the outrage on Twitter, like, "Oh my god, this is the least cool thing, Jackass people supporting gay pride," and then everyone's just like, that's the gayest. If you think about it, that's been the gayest show that's ever been on television forever.
Absolutely.
Like the previews for the new movie is just like, hey, I'm gonna get a prostate exam from a robot. I keep seeing that like every day on TikTok, and it's just Steve-O about to get a fucking robotic finger shoved up his ass.
That's wild. So again, I had never watched these movies at all. I mean, obviously like clips here and there referencing Family Guy because like I know that stuff. But yeah, these movies are wild. Again, it's a lot of dudes being like shirtless or naked and a lot of ball stuff,
smashing your dick a
lot of dick stuff. My only one is so here's the problem is I don't actually know most of these guys. Like I know Wee Man, I know Johnny Knoxville, and I know Steve-O, and I know Bam. But then there's like a bunch of other guys. There's like a fat dude, and then there's like a dude who gets his tooth knocked out in two. And I don't know there's a dude who always has like the party thing on and gets like naked and I don't
Ryan
know who
Dunn, R.I.P.
Well, I do know Ryan Dunn just because he died. But yeah, I don't know who half these other guys are. But there's this one guy who always shits because I've watched 2 movies. And he has shit. I've seen this man shit in 2 movies straight. I'm like, I love these movies.
Aaron.
Is that Aaron?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's spelled weird. It's like EHREN or something.
Yeah.
I like these movies, but the less shit I think the better. I don't know why they're doing this shit stuff. Everything else in the movie I fucking adore. And I'm like, yes, I remember this being a kid. This is very funny. I now see why Johnny Knoxville is not allowed to do stunts because if this man gets another concussion, he will die of CTE because every fucking movie he gets his fucking head knocked in. But these have been fun. I've only watched 1 and 2. Am I supposed to watch the 0.5s? People said to watch the like 2.5, 3.5.
I mean, if you're watching them all now, you might as well. Why not?
Yeah.
Put it on.
Is there a
while you're
difference? Like if I
playing
watch
your
2
not Switch.
and then should I watch 2.5 right after, or should I just watch 2.5 in the first place?
I'm not educated enough to tell you
I've
that.
not watched any of these movies since they came out, so
My
I can tell you about 4.
My recommendation would be to watch them in the order they released.
That's what
because
I'm doing.
I have no idea.
That's what I'm doing. So I'm just saying, do you guys have memories of this era? I'll just say real quick. Obviously, it's so funny going back to remembering Family Guy. Because, like, there's the whole clip of, like, where they do the haircut, like, slowly sneak it up behind people with the music. I'm like, oh, that's from 1. I didn't realize that was from 1. And then the part where Peter Griffin's sitting on the toilet and someone comes in and beats his ass really quick. I'm like, oh, that was Bam and his fucking dad. By the way, I don't know how Phil didn't kill that child, because I would have beaten the shit out of him. But, yeah, you guys have any Jackass memories since the movie's come out? I guess we can talk about it.
It was always that show that was, like, I felt weird watching it. Felt naughty watching it because I was like a little too young to be watching it when it was live on TV. So it was always one of those things where, all right, I'm going to turn this on late at night after I've quote unquote gone to bed, and I'll watch this. I'll laugh my ass off. I'll fall asleep watching it, and then I'll wake up at 4 a.m. to Girls Gone Wild and freak out that it's playing at 5,000% volume. So yeah, that was most of my exposure to Jackass growing up, was just watching it in secret late at night in my childhood. And I didn't ever really see the movies, which basically were just like not compilations, but they were just, it's the same shit you see in the TV show, just like on the big screen. I think actually the first movie I ever saw in theaters was Jackass 4, and I saw that with Matt and Dallas.
Wait, the first movie you ever saw in movie theaters was Jackass 4?
Ever in my entire life.
That's impossible.
No, the first Jackass movie I saw, the only Jackass movie I guess I've seen in theaters was Jackass 4. I saw that with Matt and Dallas, and that was just such a fucking fun time. Hysterical. It's stuff that makes me like squirm and like, oh god, like it hurts me watching.
I'm fine with
it,
everything except for the
hilarious.
poop. The puke isn't the worst. I don't love the puke, but it's just the poop that I can't. Get on the poop.
They're definitely not the kind of movies I ever want to watch alone, right? Like watching it with somebody else amplifies it tremendously.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of reminded me of, well, also the celebrity things in it, because like these first couple movies, like all the fucking, I guess, remember the X Game BMX day? Like Matt Hoffman and Tony Hawk are in fucking the one, like all of those guys are in that shit. Like I guess they're all skating together and stuff. But then just like Jason Taylor from the Miami Dolphins shows up for one skit just because they were in Miami for whatever fuck. I love how they finessed MTV out of giving them money to do bullshit. They're like, we're gonna go to these different places and do bullshit, and you're gonna pay for it. But yeah, just random celebrities show up all the time, just like out of nowhere. Like I was Googling it and obviously the fucking AI thing is on here. But yeah, like guys remember Butterbean, that fucking heavyweight boxer guy? And he actually knocks Johnny Knoxville the fuck out. Like legitimately fucking he's on the ground snoring. And I'm like, my dude, you got punched 3 seconds ago. You should not be snoring on the ground. But yeah, I haven't watched the newer ones. Like I know Eric Andre and those guys are in it, but the older ones, it's just like what dude was popular in 2003 and it was like sort of counterculture. He's here because it's a jacket. Like 3-6 Mafia, like convinced that Aaron guy to eat a piece of horse shit, and he ate it like and had drank a beer at the same time. And he's like, "I'll give you $200." Like Juicy J's like, "I'll give you $200 if you eat that horse shit." He fucking does it. I'm just like, all right, guys, what are we doing here? This shit's crazy. But it reminded me of the other shows like this. It's like I recently watched. So Eric Andre has a movie with him and Little Rel, or go on a road trip, and it's the whole. I guess Bad Grandpa is the same way, which features Johnny Knoxville. And the Impractical Jokers made a movie too, where we have a story and we're going to film like sections where we act a story out, but then we're just doing a bunch of skits in real life, and that's like in between the story parts of the movie. So it's like Bad Grandpa does that, Impractical Jokers, and then I forgot what it's called, but Eric Andre has one with him and Little Rel do the same thing, and I really fucking like that shit. Bad Grandpa I watched in theaters and fucking loved. That shit was wild that they let Johnny Knoxville put his fake balls on the ground for an entire movie.
Well, isn't that the movie where they have like the little kid go and do a beauty pageant?
That might be, yeah, I think so. Like he's with his grandson or whatever doing the girl beauty pageant,
and he starts like stripping on the stage. It's like an 8-year-old boy.
Because I was watching. I think it's 2. Bad Grandpa is there. You know, it's Johnny Knoxville with the prosthetic makeup on. He goes to like a taco stand in L.A. and is like giving the kid a beer and cigarettes. Just like in front of everybody, and the kid, like some hippie dude's like, "Hey, you cut that shit." He's like, "Shut up, redneck, fucking idiot." It's like, this shit is crazy, but it's just they just took that skit and turned it into a movie. That's good stuff, guys. I'm just saying. The Impractical Jokers movie is also very funny. If you
was there ever a Jackass video game?
There's got to be a fucking PS2 Jackass video game, right?
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. Like, what would they? Oh, Jackass the Game is a 2007 party video game based on the MTV reality stunt show of the same name.
Speak of the devil, it's on fucking PS2. Of course it is. Yeah, that feels like we'll do some. You hit some buttons, some QTE buttons, and fucking get hurt or something like that. I don't know, guys. I know it's a throwback, but I love this bullshit. Oh my god, that's the guy. He's always dancing with his dick out and wearing like a little collar on. I don't know what that guy's name is. Is it Party Pat? Is it? I don't know what these guys' names are. That's the problem.
But then there was like an offshoot
mini game where you have to drive around bumper cars naked.
I'm telling you, anything to get naked with other dudes. That's what Jackass was all about.
Like, look at this.
Yeah, that's Bam Margera's house for sure.
But yeah, that dude, the party mode guy, he had an offshoot show with one of the other guys called, I think it was Ryan Dunn, called Wild Boys, which was them just doing stuff with like animals, which was very controversial.
Yeah, that's scary. I don't like the animal shit.
Yeah, but yeah, what is this game? I know we're not supposed to talk about video games, but we can't just talk about this.
Well, we're just looking at a piece of history.
This is Jackass. This is Jackass. We're not talking about video games. We're talking about Jackass.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm curious what's going on in the bottom left hand corner because I'm seeing a lot of screenshots with like Steve-O down there, and it's like
we're watching the gameplay on the. Yeah, there's just the guy who's doing the stunt is in the corner of the screen.
Is he just like being a little Twitch streamer down there?
Yeah, it looks like a little VTuber dude. Yeah, just like, hey, I'm doing the stunt. I got the fucking outfit on. Ooh, yeah. I don't know what this game is. Chad, you might need to find this in your attic or whatever and see if you can play it.
Oh, there's a UMD for PlayStation Portable.
There you go.
I'm gonna get one for a PSP.
Look at this. He's just fucking twerking off to the side.
He's just naked twerking by this.
Those were some pretty wild skits because the cops show up basically immediately, and he's always just like, "All right, I got a fucking skadoodle."
I like how he stops twerking to spin the wheel more.
God. Oh, dude, when Johnny and the other guys they visit that company that makes like less than lethal ammunition. Oh my God. Dude, they're like, just basically shoot me with a beanbag that goes 500 feet a second. It's like, all right, it's going to fucking hurt. He's like, I have to shoot you in the stomach because if I shoot you in the chest, you will die. It's like, oh, all right.
Dude, imagine you go to school thinking you're going to make fucking the next Uncharted game. and you get assigned the fucking jack. It's like, no, you see that guy? Yeah, you need to take all of his clothes off, put him in a fucking banana hammock, and have him work in the corner. And then it's like, oh, but I want to do more. Oh, you want him to do more? Have him stop and spin the wheel again.
God, that's crazy. But again, just what an era where at the time they're like anything that's extreme and like metal or whatever we want to call it, pay these dudes to fuck around with their friends. Like Johnny Knoxville, actually I like Johnny Knoxville a lot, but that man did not have a real job for fucking 15 years of his life. Like it was make up skits with your friends and only a quarter of them will be good and go on TV. Like what a fucking insane fucking life that these guys have. But everyone wanted this shit. I mean, this was before YouTube. That's what it was. Because if this shit was now, people just make YouTube videos and.
Did you see the interview of Johnny Knoxville talking about how he like can't do anything with bowls anymore?
Yeah, because I keep fucking him up.
Oh yeah, he's legally not allowed to be next to a bowl or something like that.
No, not legally. Like he's just like his doctors told him he can't do it, and he got really emotional about it. Because apparently he just loves them as animals in general. Oh,
but they're like, it's too dangerous. Don't do it. Because if they hit you, you will die. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, he gets fucked up real bad in just the first two movies I've seen. It's bad shit. So, but yeah, I wish I could have done this. This would have been great. Did you guys ever try to do fucking extreme bullshit when you were kids? Joel, you didn't. As much of a life as you live now, you weren't a crazy kid trying to do bullshit.
I mean, I used to like jump into bushes and shit off a hill, but that's about it.
That counts, though. That's what I'm talking about. Chad, what about you?
We didn't do nothing like on the scale of this, but we would do shit like, hey, let's drill a hole through the end of both of our skateboards and bolt them together and just ride down on our asses. Like three of us on one long skateboard riding down the hill on that. Or my brother like put my little sister and I in a wagon. We went up all the top of this hill. He pulled it for like a good 10 feet running as fast as he can, and then he just threw the handle and let us go we were probably going 15, 20 miles down the giant hill, 15 to 20 miles an hour down this giant hill in a wagon. Yeah, we totally could have just like fallen over and skinned our brains out of our heads, but oh my God, my skateboards are just dangerous in our family. My younger sister once, she was like embarrassingly old for this to happen. She must have been 14, 15 maybe. we were inside. I don't know, we were eating lunch or something like that, and we look out the window and like Morgan's on the top of the slide. What is Morgan doing on the top of the slide? And she takes a rope. She ties one end of the rope to the top of the slide, ties the other end around her waist, steps on a skateboard and skateboards down the slide, and halfway down gets yanked backwards by the rope. We just, what the fuck did she think was gonna happen?
That's the thing, man. When you're a teenager, your brain's not developed and your body is pretty resilient to physical damage. You're like, nothing can hurt me. And it's like, no, you can very easily die. But yeah, I remember doing the luge down because one part of the street was on a hill. So getting on a skateboard on your back in the middle of the street where cars go, no helmet, no pads, no nothing. Like, let's see how fast these fuckers go. And it's like, oh my God, like a car could have come around a corner and fucking murdered a child at any moment. We're just like, nah, how fast are you going to go? We did stupid shit like that. I'm also trying to do trampoline stuff. I learned I cannot do a front flip. Thank God I was on a trampoline because I always chicken out at the last second and I always land on my fucking neck or my head every fucking time. But yeah, trying to do that. And then also like you would do the thing where one person would jump and you like counter jump so that you launch them even farther. And I shot my buddy Logan up into the air and he came down like where the spring was. So he was probably up, 10 feet in the air and then came down with his nuts onto where the spring was. So his legs just went straight through. Oh, man. Poor Logan, my guy. I think he has, I don't know if he has kids now, to be honest with you. But
I remember one year for my little sister's birthday, my parents got like one of those inflatable bounce house things. And me and my brothers found out very quickly that you could turn the fan off and it would let a bunch of the air out and you could just fucking launch somebody. Like somebody could lay in the corner of it and then everybody could jump up over onto one side and they would just go flying. Oh yeah, bad news. My brother busted his lip open real bad that way.
Yeah, I've been lucky. I don't think I've ever had any crazy injuries, but anyways.
We would slide down the stairs in multiple things. We used to have these cots and we had like these mattresses with like really slick plastic bottoms on the bottom, and you just sit in the mattress and slide down the stairs really fast. or the laundry baskets, which at any moment, this never happened, thank God, but like at any moment, sliding down the stairs in a laundry basket, like the lip of that
Went
thing
forward.
catches a stair and you can just go toppling down. But no, that shit was so much fucking fun. There's also one time when, the only time I think I can ever remember my parents being on vacation without us ever, they went on a cruise once, and my uncle came to watch us while they were gone. And we set up a tent in the living room, and we were just I was maybe 8, 10 years old, and we set up a tent in the living room. That's where we were going to sleep. And then one day I was like, y'all, look how cool this is about to be. And I take all the sleeping bags, I take all the pillows, and I put them in one side of the tent. And I'm like, look, I'm about to dive like a dolphin, and this is going to look badass. And I leap into it head first. I just immediately just like neck like crack sideways. I pass out, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up to my uncle over top of me going, "Don't go to sleep! Don't go to sleep!" So I'm like, I'm gonna do a dolphin dive. It's gonna look badass. And idiot, just fucking diving head first onto the floor.
God, yeah, I've never passed out. I've never done anything. So I think that must be that to me that's the most terrifying thing, to be like, I'm doing something and then you just wake up and it's something completely different. That's gotta be crazy.
Yeah. That was also the same trip where my uncle was so pissed at me that trip. I decided I was going to be the Hulk, so I went upstairs and I colored my entire body green with a marker. He was like, "What the fuck did you do?"
Oh shit, this fucking kid, dude. This bad kid.
Yep.
Oh my god. Yeah, we would do stupid shit. Nothing crazy like the Jackass dudes, but it was definitely like, what happens if you stay awake for 48 hours? It's like, oh man, probably don't do that, actually. That's probably not a good idea for your body. My favorite, I didn't do this. I might have talked about this at some point. Again, doing a sleepover, hanging at your friend's house. This was very early chat, probably AOL chat room days. And my buddies went on a chat room and pretended to be a 23-year-old lesbian woman looking to hook up with other lesbians. And you know, I mean, nothing happened because it's just a chat room and they're fucking 10-year-old boys. So like, obviously nothing could have actually happened there, but I do remember them be like, "Oh, we're pretending to be lesbians online." I was just like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" Like, I'm going to go back and play fucking Devil May Cry. Like, I don't want to do this shit. Y'all are fucking weird. But again, that was also the friend who, his mom was, clearly had a girlfriend, but she told us that it was her friend, her aunt, or friend who just comes and hangs out with her. I was like, okay, yeah. My buddy Zach's mom, just like, her friend's there all the time. She's a cool lady. And it's like, no, that's clearly her girlfriend. Like, there's no other reason an adult woman is living with another adult woman unless they are in a relationship. They were not related. So, but as a kid, she said that's a friend. I didn't think twice. I don't give a fuck. It was fun. But anyways, that's it, I think. We're almost at 50 minutes, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Feels good. All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening to our
dolphin diving.
I just thought it was going to look so cool. And maybe it did. I don't know. I passed out. But yeah, thanks everyone for listening. This has been RAFterdark. So thank you. If you're listening to this in the month of June 2026, you're a real one. Thanks for subscribing over on patreon.com/respawningfire. If you are listening to this in any other month, go do a dolphin dive. Let us know how it goes. That's it. That's all.
Oh, come check out RAFterdark in October of 2027.
Oh yeah, good wedding stories.
It's gonna be a crazy one. Yeah.
That you see, now I got to do something crazy, because what if it's just like, oh yeah, we went to Italy, it was awesome.
I think the country of Italy will provide you with something crazy to do. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, maybe I'll get pickpocketed. Maybe I'll get crimed on.
Oh, that's so fun.
Crimed on. There's a movie that came out. Some woman just goes to Italy and lives in this guy's house and falls in love with the guy and his family.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Maybe
she acts like the soon-to-be bride or something, and then they're like, "No, you're not.
Yeah.
We don't know you."
Solo Mio.
No, that's the Kevin James. All right, folks, that's it. Thanks. Thank you. I don't. Why do we never? We should end these.
Oh, you know what we should do?
It's so dark I can't see.